We lived 300 meters from the territory of the Azovstal plant, where fighting was going on all the time. The last week before we left, we went down to the basement. They bombed hard. While preparing food in the yard, a shell fell near the house and killed a woman. This incident finally made it clear to us that we need to leave everything and run. We know what hell looks like. Today it is Mariupol. In the city, all the houses burned down and broken. This was not seen even in the movies. It's scary to watch it on the news. It's even scarier to see all this with your own eyes and understand that your city, your home is no more. On our side there have already been checkpoints of the so-called DPR. In the basement, we prayed unceasingly every day. On March 21st, we learned about the green corridors. Our left bank was cut off from the Ukrainian direction to Zaporizhzhia. And if the residents of the center could somehow leave for Ukraine, we are not. There were already checkpoints DPR on our side. So the choice was this: either I will kill you here and you will lie under the rubble, or run under the bombs and try to escape. People fled. With children, with the elderly, families and alone. Buses were organized at the checkpoint, on which Mariupol residents were taken towards the so-called DPR. But first, everyone had to go through the camp, which was located about 30 kilometers from Mariupol. Someone lived in tents, someone at school, someone in a club. We were taken to school. There are no conditions for life there at all. I found a free corner on the floor and lay down on cardboard. Somewhere someone found a blanket and took cover. Some people just slept with their clothes on. At first glance, everything looks terrible. But, the main thing for us was that the shells did not fall and there was no chance that they would kill us with shrapnel. We heard planes constantly flying over us. Most likely from Rostov to Mariupol. The first reaction is to close your ears and hide, but then you realize that this is here. At first glance, everything looks terrible. But, the main thing for us was that the shells did not fall and there was no chance that they would kill us with shrapnel. Officially the place where we stayed is called registration. Officially, the place where we were is called registration, but in fact, it is different. Judge for yourself. People were not only recorded data, name, place of residence, but they were selected according to certain criteria, for example, healthy men under 65 years old. People were searched, and tattoos were carefully studied. After filtering, people were sent to different cities in Russia. The whole cynicism of the situation, this Putin's war, is that the Russians are bombing and shelling this territory, and allegedly providing all the conditions and security a kilometer away from it. We were lucky. Once a man came to our camp and offered to take all the pensioners out. My husband and I were among them. He picked us up and took 26 more people out. Let's go through Russia. Our daughter was waiting for us in Vilnius and we stuck to this direction. Our daughter helped us, we got in touch with her through her colleagues. We tried to somehow disguise all correspondence with our daughter, and write in hands. We were told that the Ukrainian refugees were under the control of the FSB. We had concerns that phones might be tapped. The daughter heard that some Ukrainians had their passports taken away, so she wrote, "Be careful, take a picture of your passport." And we were as careful as possible, all the way through Russia until we crossed the border into Estonia. When we crossed the border, I could not stop, I cried all the time. The whole cynicism of the situation, this Putin's war, is that the Russians are bombing and shelling this territory, and allegedly providing all the conditions and security a kilometer away from it.